Well, this is going to get messy because this presentation is about kids, right? And it contains paint and clay and all kinds of things that go astray. But what you won't see here are barriers, not barriers between the technology, the devices, or the students. For example, what you're about to see on the screen is not learning about abstraction. You ready for it? Kids are doing it here. They're looking at the concept of abstraction by looking through their lenses. The reflective lenses that they're using in an app are actually transforming representational work that they've produced, and they're seeing their world differently. It's a beautiful thing, right? Seeing your world differently? You with me? You're very quiet, come on, because this lens is exciting, you guys. And we can see our whole world expand around us if we use it the right way. And perhaps that's something that we can have a bit of an impact with, right? Because if you look here, we've got students using a huge mural and taking parts of it to repurpose and then running those images that they expand and redefine through a 3D printer. We actually created beautiful, delicate tiles that became a part of a huge collaborative community group installation on site. Wicked workflow, right? No? Come on. Little hands and big minds created these ones. These are works on paper that began as digital mandalas on iPads. From on-screen starting points, these kids printed and worked to build out their imagery with folds and flair. And this is a hands-on workflow where origami meets watercolour wonderfully. Look at these guys. These patterns in apps became starting points for tessellations. Girls here are exploring mathematical concepts with symmetry. It began on the devices, but then these fractals they produce spin in the air or pop out of our fractal garden. It's pretty cool. I'm still not hearing any noise though, but I need to. I know. Let's hear it for our kids because these are all activities that they've designed. Look at their mandalas that started in the screen, emerge and grow and bloom. I mean, these are kids who really used to believe that their ability to be creative was limited by their ability to draw. Not so. Bringing our work to life brings magic to our making. Fluid journeys between apps. Yeah, now you got it. You're with me. Come on. Hands-on materials connect our kids to curriculum, and extending our curriculum and our creative toolbox should happen in partnership. We want to be playful and resourceful and responsive. Lots of R's, too many of them. I know that my students can visualize in 3D because I see them do it. Here you've got the action that emerges when kids use an app to design a 3D form, but then get their crazy Google eyes on. I mean, nothing's as good as the Google eyes, right? We've created stop motion characters and all kinds of shopping centers and cityscapes with the ideas that you've seen here. And don't you just want to make a monster when you see something like this? Is it process? Is it product? Is it both? Can it be everything all at once? Absolutely, because considered lesson design is actually the key. Look at this little guy. This is Harriet. Harriet was the result of a, kind of really exciting investigation of habitat where students went out and actually built nests and matched their wonderful creations to those objects that they found on site. And these grade 1 students, well, of course, they're using augmented reality to build informative imagery. They're learning about animal classification, and control over their camera is happening at the same time. These skills can be learned simultaneously as we collect close-ups of creatures and knit cross-curricular opportunities together. Here's our very own Archimboldo-style portraits. As you do, we've made things out of digital food. I know, so normal. And along with a deep dive into the Renaissance, this is a fantastic opportunity to work with layers. Adorable, 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 right? Come on, the kids are going to see this. Meeting the students where they're at is so important, guys. Look at the opportunities for learning that are revealed here with some selfies. It ends with a very critical analysis of those camera rolls, and we all know how important that is as we look for opportunities to talk about digital citizenship and visual language to create and construct meaning. Portraits become things that, bring together collage and cutouts, digital and everything else. The success of one image doesn't rely on the one before. How fantastic is that in terms of developing creative confidence and an ability to move between mediums? This image might need some explanation though. Here you're seeing students using their own faces to become a Picasso portrait. Can you imagine what the room looks like? During an awesome artist study, this classroom is loud, filled with discussions/arguments about composition, focal point, mood and gesture. And in this kind of classroom, Weeping Woman provides us with students with a chance to explore colour, line and shape and texture, as well as new medium. And they're sharing their work online. These guys are artists who are using their practices to help other teachers. Thank you for clapping them, because this is an innovative way of working, you guys, one that's really pushing out from our kids, not so much from me. I mean, we're exploring 600-year-old practices like intaglio printing by drawing, scanning, and laser cutting etching plates. You can imagine the Gutenberg conversations, can't you? I can't stop them, just like I can't stop them painting with light using spheroballs and talking about maths in my art room. Because with no separation between subjects, hands-on practices and processes, digital and everything else, we can take students' creative toolbox way beyond the screen. So let's make learning messy. Thank you.